If you are a newbie in the field of software development, the very first question comes to your mind is where to begin. That's undoubtedly true. There are hundreds to choose from, but how will you discover that? Yes, that's the one which will be most suitable for you, your interests, and your career goals. One of the easiest ways to pick up the best programming language to learn for 2020 is by listening to what the market says, where the tech trend is going. Today in this video, you will find some of the best and most demanding programming language for web development, mobile and game development, and more about that. At the very end of this video, you will be having a clear picture of which programming languages can help your career boost this in upcoming years and beyond that. So let's dive in. The first one in the list is JavaScript. It seems impossible to imagine software development without JavaScript. Looking at the Stack Overflow's 2019 developer survey, JavaScript is the most popular language among developers successfully for 6 years, and 65% of them have used this language in the past year. Primarily, JavaScript is lightweighted, interactive, and plays a major role in front-end development. Even some of the major social media platforms believe that JavaScript provides an easy way to create interactive web pages smoothly and is career-driving. JavaScript, which confusingly is not at all related to Java. It's another favorite programming language because of its ubiquitous on the web and it's basically in everywhere. JavaScript is the most preferred because of its compatibility with all the major browsers and really flexible with the syntax it holds. Being a front-end language, JavaScript is also used on the server side through Node.js. Above all, JavaScript is the loveliest programming language among all the beginners. This may surprise you. I have kept Python on number 2. I will definitely let you believe, and here is why. Python is one of the general purpose, user-friendly programming language here on my list. What makes it so? Like Java, Python, syntax very clear. It is intuitive and almost similar to the English language. Python's object-based subset is somewhere similar to JavaScript. According to Stack Overflow, there's one section which says to be adapted or migrated to be or to migrate too soon. And Python, it is 12%, which is highest proudly. People who have migrated to Python are close to 42%, which signifies it to be at number 2. If you are interested in making your career in back-end development like Django, it's an open source framework. Is written in Python, which makes it easy to learn and feature-packed yet popular. Also, Python has a variety of applications that make it a versatile and powerful. Python has risen in popularity due to Google's investment in it over the past decade. In fact, one recent study has shown Python to be the most common taught programming language in US schools. Other applications built with Python include Pinterest and Instagram. Being so popular in areas like scientific computing and machine learning and engineering, Python supports a programming style that uses simple functions and variables without much interrogating in class definitions. If anybody asks why Java, most frequent sentence comes up would be Bora, which means write once and run everywhere. Java has been the ruling programming language for the last 20 years. Java is 99% object-oriented programming, and it's robust as Java objects contains no reference to data external to themselves. It's simpler than C++ because Java uses automatic memory allocation and garbage collection. Java is highly cross-platform compatibility or platform independent, since you can code everywhere, I mean on all devices, compile into low-level machine code, and finally execute on any platform using JVM, which means Java Virtual Machine, which is platform dependent. Java forms the base for Android operating system, and opted around 90% fortune for 500 companies for making a variety of back-end applications. I would make no hesitate for taking the biggest sensation, Apache Hadoop data processing run by Amazon Web Services and Windows Azure, with so many good reasons and a wide range of business applications, possessing immense flexibility, and Java, its all-time beginner's favorite language. Old is gold. C has proved this quote by, in different ways. Being introduced in the late 1970s, C has made a strong contribution to the world of programming. C has been the parent language of a handful. Some are either derived from C or inspired by its syntax, constructs, and paradigms, including Java, Objective-C, and C#. Even nowadays, it's seen whenever there's a need to build high-performance applications, C remains the best popular choice. Linux OS is based on C, and C++ is the hybrid version of C. C++ is an object-oriented programming language and which is built on C. Therefore, it is preferred over others for designing higher-level applications. C++ is seen as more performing than dynamically tabled languages because the code is type-checked before it executed on real grounds. The core areas of C development are virtual reality, gaming, and computer graphics, and so on. This fact would seriously amaze you. The language, which was created for a purpose of maintaining personal homepage for Rasmus, have actually taken over around 83% of websites globally by today. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, is a general-purpose programming language. Clearly, PHP is a scripting language which runs on a server, and it is used to create web pages written in HTML. It's popular because of it is free, cheap, easy to set up, and simple to use for new programmers. PHP is a very strong option for web developers around the globe. It's widely used to create dynamic web page content and image used on websites. It's hitting on number 5 because of its broad range of usage. Also, PHP is well dressed for WordPress CMS, which stands for Content Management System. And also, it is the beating heart of monster sites like WordPress and Facebook. One of the reasons it has lagged down to number 5 is PHP downgrades the website's performance and affects the loading time. Next on the list is Swift. As smooth as its name, Swift is a general-purpose, open-source compiled programming language developed by Apple Inc. If you are looking to develop to native iOS or Mac OS apps, then Swift is barely needed for its development. Swift is deeply influenced by Python and Ruby, and was designed to be beginner-friendly and fun to use. Swift is considered to be a faster, more secure, and easier to read and debug than its predecessor, Objective-C. Unlike Objective-C, Swift requires only less code, and it resembles with natural English. Hence, it becomes easier for existing text from JavaScript, Java, Python, C#, and C++ to switch to Swift without hassle. Besides this, some of the challenges are its limited talent pool. You may not find many Swift developers around you as compared to other open source languages. Recent survey says only 8.1% of the 78,000 respondents use Swift, which is lesser compared to others. And due to frequent updates, Swift is considered to be less stable with every new release. C#, which is pronounced as C#, not C#. This is for you, my tech subscribers. It's a powerful object-oriented programming language developed by Microsoft in 2000. C# is utilized in developing desktop applications and more recently Windows 8 and 10 applications, and requires a .NET framework to function. Microsoft developed C# as a rival to Java. Actually, Sun did not want the interference of Microsoft to make changes in Java, so it was created. C# has a variety of features which makes it easier to learn for beginners. The code is consistent and logical as compared to C++. Spotting errors in C# are easy as it is a statistical table language where the code is checked before turning it to an application. In short, it's perfect to develop web applications, desktop applications, and also Bluefield itself in VR, 2D, and 3D gaming. Cross-platform tools like Xamarin have written in C# makes it all devices compatible. An open-source dynamic programming language focused on simplicity and productivity, developed in mid-1990 in Japan. It was designed with the aim of simplifying the programming environment and making more fun. Ruby becomes popular by Ruby on Rails framework, a full-stack web framework. Ruby has dynamically typed language. It does not have hard rules, and it is a high-level language which resembles with the English language to a great extent. In short, you can build an application with less line of code, but the challenge of Ruby is language. It is not easy to maintain, and its flexibility makes it so slow. Objective-C is an object-oriented programming language, and it's used by Apple for the OS X and iOS operating systems and their application programming interfaces (APIs). It was developed in the 1980s and came in usage by some of the earliest operating systems. Objective-C is an object-oriented general purpose. You can call it hybrid C because of the features it's added to C programming language. SQL or SQL, whatever way you pronounce it. It stands for Structured Query Language, which is a programming language to operate databases. It includes storing, manipulating, and retrieving data stored in relational databases. SQL keeps data precise and secure, and it also helps in maintaining the integrity of databases irrespective of its size. SQL is used today across web frameworks and database applications. If you are well versed in SQL, you can have better command of data exploration and effective decision making. If you are planning to operate database management as your career, first go through C or C++. SQL developers are in great demand and offered high pay skills by reputed organizations.